Oh hi there big boys and welcome to my review of Comet Crash 2 for the PS4 and PS5. I played it on PS5. It's okay, yeah, it's a pretty standard tower defense sort of strategy game. Kind of plays a lot like Mushroom Wars 2, if you've played that, or Mushroom Wars, I mean not really, but kind of. Except you sort of build, you've got a bit more open choices over where you build, and you've got more stuff you can build and stuff like that. Basically, there's quite a lot of depth in this, whilst also being quite a low sort of skill, not ceiling. Yes, not ceiling. Skill something. The other one, skill floor. That's probably the one. Sounds a bit odd that skill floor. Anyway, yeah, it runs at 60 FPS, which is good. Controls are a little bit finicky at first, but to be fair, you get used to them quite quick. And the only problem I had was switching between towers. That was causing problems for me. Just didn't ever feel quite right. But actually going around placing stuff, upgrading stuff, and all felt quite good. And also sending out your minions, because yeah, you basically send out your minions, and they go out and attack the enemy, and then the enemy send out their minions, and then you've got to go attack them with your towers. You can't actually attack them with your ship or anything like that, which I actually could have liked to have done, because there was times where there was just like one slipped in. It would be nice to just kill that one guy, but yeah, that's fine. And there's loads of different enemy types, loads of different like sort of units that you can place about buildings. I guess I don't really feel safe calling them buildings because they're more like turrets, but they're not sort of not, because some of them have different uses, such as grabbing stuff lying about the place, which how you basically get more upgrades is through space dust, I guess, space stones, I don't know, space stuff lying about the place. But yeah, it's alright. It's fairly decent enough. The gameplay is quite fine. It's quite fun and satisfying watching the minions go over. And there's loads of enemies at certain points, and the game still runs at a pretty consistent frame rate. I mean, yes, I'm running this on a PS5. I don't know if this game's had a PS4 Pro upgrade, or well, it definitely has on a PS5 upgrade. But yeah. But even if it hasn't, it it runs good. In that case, that's always good. And yeah, it's quite fast paced, and there's always something to be doing. A lot of problems I have with these sort of games is that you end up just sort of waiting around a lot of time, waiting for like units to be building up and stuff like that. There's always something happening. There's always some rock you can grab, or something you can upgrade, or an enemy you can try to kill. So I do quite like it in that way. It's quite fast paced, but equally that that's also its negative, is the fact that it's not very relaxing, to be honest. Art style's fine. It's pretty meh. I mean, it looks fine. You can sort of tell what everything is. It's relatively well. It just doesn't look particularly exciting either, but it looks fine. I've definitely seen worse. One question I do actually have is this game exclusive to consoles? Let's find out. The answer is it is. So there you go. How does that make you feel? Probably not too good. Yeah, it's apparently a sequel to a PS3 game, which I have not played, but I think it's pretty much the same thing, but more of it, which is kind of cool. But anyway, what else is there? So yeah, some levels have these boss monsters, which are surprisingly hard to kill, to be honest. And they can sometimes come out of nowhere randomly, and that can cause problems, because if you haven't got enough defense turrets, then you're sort of screwed. So that's kind of annoying. But I guess it's kind of just, since the levels are like max 5 minutes long, it's not a huge problem. And you get loads of new units as you play the game. Although they rarely get introduced properly, they just sort of get thrown at you without really explanation. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. Especially at the start of the game, we have a tutorial, and then suddenly you get 6 more units. It's like, what? What do I do now? Like, and a lot of the time they just didn't tell you what they're gonna do. And yeah, it seems a bit odd there. But some of the tutorial levels maybe were skipped over or something. I don't know, a bit odd. There's also a battle skirmish mode, the usual thing. That's nice. There's also a campaign, which, from what I gather, is about 5 hours long. I haven't finished it yet because I'm not very good at it. Just talk about the difficulty actually. It wouldn't say it's hard. I'd say for a game like this, it's not too easy. It's not too hard, but equally, it's not that easy. But it's a good difficulty, I think. Especially since some of the time you can swap between what mission you want to do. So you can go, oh, I want to do that one rather than doing that one, which is cool. But you also get like stars for completing missions, so there's more sort of content in that. So that's cool. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, it's multiplayer support as well, if you're into that. I'm not. I didn't play that, but it's there, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's it really. It's relatively fun. I feel like I don't really know why it's exclusive to PS4. It seems a bit odd, but yeah, it's fine. I did not enjoy it. But it's not the best game I've ever played either. But it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly playable and relatively fun. and yeah, I'd recommend if you want sort of more RTS tower defense games, which I'd say more tower defense focused. Yeah, there we go. So that's a game. Thanks for watching, big boys. It's important time, and bye.